is billed as the ultimate sports podcast.
I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time.
Everybody has been waiting.
I'm God gifted.
He's a bull. I'm the matador.
This is the Weekend Guy Podcast, and it begins now.
So, talk about championship experience.
Yes.
The F1 is doing the normal. I don't know why we're even still talking about this.
Yeah.
Bruh, it goes back to what I said.
Yeah.
That Lewis Hamilton
Same old shit.
needs to
Just
leave Mercedes-Benz.
Nah.
No, I'm telling you,
no
bruh.
Chance.
No, I'm telling you, bruh. Look
Of
at
Red Bull.
look at McLaren.
Yes.
I told
it's
you
their
last week.
first
Remember I
podium
told
this
you,
season.
but I told you last week that
Yeah.
McLaren was improving.
Mm.
Merck is not improving.
They're in the podium. They're second in the constructors.
No,
standings.
bruh, that doesn't matter, bruh. No.
It does,
He couldn't catch Lando, bruh, on hard tires. He was on soft tires. He couldn't catch him. When have you ever seen that? That a car on soft tires can't catch a car on hard tires because of the straight line speed.
Yeah.
Same engine maker.
No doubt, but we're looking at the season as a whole. They second.
Second is not good enough, bruh.
Indeed. But Red Bull is
We
a
should
monster
be-
right now.
We should be chasing Red Bull.
But you are
We're not.
second.
No, we're not. We're third.
No, you're second in the constructors.
No, we're third in
I
races.
promise. Oh, no,
Just scored
but
more
this
points.
part, but what matters for me as a manufacturer is how are you looking at the constructors, because that tells a true tale.
Like 9 over 10 races now. And
Yeah.
There's 30 more races to go.
Mm.
Ne? Okay, cool. Merck is not improving.
But it's the best of the rest right now.
They're not.
They are.
They're not.
If you're second in
It's
constructors,
just- no, it's because
how can
it's-
you not
it's-
be the
it's
best of
because-
the rest?
It's because they got 2 cars, 4 and 5 in the points, and
Yeah.
Alonso was 8 and 9 or something
Yes.
with Lance Stroll.
Yeah.
The thing is here, ne?
Mm.
We are struggling to beat the cars in front of us
Okay.
because of the straight line speed we don't have.
Yes.
At this stage, as Merck, we should be chasing Red Bull, not even chasing them that we are actually gonna beat them,
Yeah.
but we should be
Keep up.
like keeping up a bit, like no two tenths out, whatever.
So
But-
now my question to you, you said he must leave Merck. Merck
Yeah.
for what?
The teams who are showing improvement.
But the teams behind you guys are inconsistent. Ferrari's inconsistent.
Ferrari, you
McLaren
can do
is
something there,
inconsistent.
or
Alpine is
go back to
inconsistent.
McLaren. Okay, I don't know. That's a
Nah,
long shot. That's a long shot.
No, I don't
That's a
think
long
so.
shot.
Yeah.
But for me, my disappointment is that Merck needs to get Lewis
A better
to
car.
be past the competition by now. So
Okay.
Aston Martin,
Yes.
Ferrari, and the rest should know that Merck guaranteed was second. We're building from there now to chase what Red Bull.
But aren't you guys then suffering from your own success, because you guys have set the bar so high?
Exactly, that's
That
what I'm saying.
second is a disgusting position.
And
to
I
be.
said to you that those guys need to change.
Mm.
We need to change those guys, those engineers, because those guys are no longer good enough.
Yeah.
At the way this thing is looking, even next season's car, this whole promised land of next season's car, it's going to be garbage.
But if you look at the number, or how, for example, Aston Martin started the season, right?
Yeah.
They were on fire,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And Alonso was consistently top 3,
Yes.
right? For the fact that you guys are now, as a constructor, ahead of them, doesn't that show that you guys are in the right
But
direction?
in points, Lewis is like, what, 4th now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes,
But given the struggles of Mercedes as a whole,
That's the thing, Sihle. This whole struggle thing we've been talking about. Mercedes-Benz is not supposed to be a struggling team.
but everyone is struggling behind Red Bull.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're talking about Merck here.
Mm.
Best engineers. Best whatever.
Best, because right now they're not the best.
Not the best.
Yeah.
Now they're no longer good enough. They've had their time. It's time
Okay.
for new guys to come in.
You
Restructure the
guys
team
are
a
heading
bit.
in the right direction.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Hell no,
You
we're not.
are.
No,
You're
hell
second
no,
in
we're
the
not.
Constructors.
Yes, but in the race, we're what? We couldn't chase down Lando Norris, bruh.
Yeah.
In a McLaren on hard tires.
So I'm gonna go back to my prediction that this entire season Red Bull is gonna go 23-0.
23-0, yeah.
Right?
The races are running out now anyway.
Indeed. But now, then the narrative is who is then going to be second or third consistently? And right now, the people who are doing it well is
It's
Merck.
mad now, but still, ne? The argument before this weekend was that even if Red Bull had Max only, didn't have Sergio Perez, they'd be 51 points ahead in the Constructors' Championship.
And isn't that a sign of how dominant they've
That's
been?
dominance, that's fine. We don't mind dominance. Ne? The people chasing them, who are supposed to be chasing them down, a la 2021, 2021 season. Red Bull did the same thing. First 15 races or something, Max, or the first half of the season.
Yeah, but that was the last year of the regulations.
Yes.
So it took them 4 years to catch up with.
I understand what you mean, yeah.
And we're only in year 2.
But even in that year, we were never as dominant as they are. No, Lewis has never won 11 races consecutively. He's never done that. He's never done that. So, which means the other teams, although they were not as quick, but they were there.
Yeah.
Because all it took in those years was the upgrades.
Yeah.
So it'd say Merck 10 races in, they do the engine upgrade. Then Lewis is quicker.
Then
Or 15 races in, he takes a new engine.
Yes.
Then obviously start blowing everyone away.
Yeah.
But that's towards the end of the season. So the other teams were actually winning some races.
Yes.
Not this thing of no one's even close to Max, bruh.
Who do we blame?
The engineers.
I blame the FIA.
The engineers, bruh.
The FIA.
The regulations are there to be interpreted.
Yes.
We've got the best brains in F1. Allegedly.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember Adrian Newey was there when they were winning 7 titles. He was there.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he didn't suddenly, Adrian Newey, become a genius. He's always been a genius. But he didn't suddenly become so far ahead of these Merck guys that this guy is now. I don't know what they're doing.
Okay, so back to the point that you made earlier, right? That in the previous regulations, right, other manufacturers were also winning races.
Yes,
right?
Yes,
Meaning
Ferrari, the other ones.
Yes, meaning that the competition was much tighter.
Yeah.
The same engineers, right, were interpreting the regulations on a similar level.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right now, Red Bull is so far ahead that there is no competition. There is no competition. So do you then blame the engineers or the FIA who's in charge of those regulations who need to reel Red Bull back?
No, everybody's got the same regulations. The point of
But
argument.
they reeled you guys back. The
That's what you
previous
mean. Yeah.
regulations. Why don't they do the same?
That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm going. That do we have the right people to be able to reel Red Bull back? No.
I believe so.
No. But we don't.
But where then are you gonna go get someone? Because
every engineer is at Red Bull, and then Ferrari is taking from Red Bull, and then Red Bull is taking from Ferrari.
yeah. But
So
for me, okay, if you were an advisor from Merck, where would you tell him to go approach? In terms of engineers.
if you look at it 2026 wise, Ferrari,
Okay.
because they do them the powerful engines, car-wise.
Okay.
Red
So
Bull,
you're writing these 4 years off.
it is already a write-off. They can't come back from this. They messed it up in the W13. Yeah, they messed it up there. That development cycle they've undergone with this whole thing they went through with this car, they can never recover in time to be able to catch Red Bull. It will take a miracle, bro.
Okay.
They've got all the data they need from last season.
But then, okay, now that you're saying it's a write-off, right? Then where should Lewis go? Because Red Bull then won't help. Won't take him.
Ferrari. I still maintain.
They're fourth.
Ferrari can step
They
in.
are fourth. Lewis to Ferrari.
Remember,
You as Lewis, would you go to a team that's number 4 while your current team is number 2?
remember, even with Lewis, the race last weekend, was still complaining about the car. There's something which they didn't do they were supposed to do in the car. Even Toto said that
Yes.
the drivers are constantly complaining about this thing. The problem is they can't change it.
Yes.
I think it's the way they sit, the driving position.
Okay.
It's too far ahead.
Yes.
So closer to the axle, the front axle. So on every corner they're filling the car going past the corner, whatever.
Picture this, right? They're complaining about the car, but they bring in the car home 3 and 5.
Yes, because that's the best. The skill Lewis has.
Yeah.
Because you remember in the last race he got lucky because of the safety car.
Yes.
So, but otherwise he was more or less fifth
Okay.
or sixth. If the safety car Just got the strategy right.
For such
For
a
once.
shitty car, they're doing well.
For once, he got the strategy right in the safety car prediction.
Yes.
They're not getting it right. They're not supposed to be sweating. It's Mercedes-Benz, I still maintain. High standards. German car.
100%. But my only issue, I think, with
You say Lewis, okay, you say Lewis,
No, I understand.
Okay,
Is
Lewis,
that the alternatives are not better. That's my only issue.
Lewis is going to go to a team which is going to listen to him. If you put Lewis in that Ferrari, he'll drive it better than Leclerc and Sainz at the current moment. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not even kidding. If you put Lewis in that Ferrari, you'll get a different result. Put Alonso in that Ferrari, you'll see something different.
Leclerc, we could argue and say, with the new generation of drivers, is top 3.
I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's
it's
top
the
9,
car.
you mean?
It's
He's
the
top
car.
9, you mean? He's
It's
top
the car.
garbage.
I'm telling
He's top
you.
garbage.
It's
Even
the
Sainz
car
is doing
strategy.
Sainz is doing way better than Leclerc at the moment.
Yeah, but
He's consistent in his sixth wise.
Yeah.
Talent matters for nothing if you can't consistently get the results.
And you think Lewis can do it in a Ferrari?
Of course he can.
That car is unreliable. How does
course
a
he
car
can.
go from a podium the week before to coming 9th and
You
10th?
see, Lewis is a more experienced driver who can tell the engineers, guys, let's do it like this. Let's do it.
Yeah.
This needs someone who's going to listen to the 7-time champion. My team is not listening to him.
I don't think Ferrari will.
You think so?
I don't think they would.
That's the shake-up F1 needs. That's a shake-up F1 needs. F1 needs a shake-up. Whether from the driver's side or the engineers, but F1 needs a shake-up. To say, okay, guys, the new regulations, let's interpret them differently.
Okay.
And this is what this result is going to give.
Yeah.
But if they continue with the same old trust, it's not working. It's not working.
They're inconsistent.
Yeah, they're not working.
As much as they're my team, but for Ferraris, inconsistent and unpredictable.
They need a shake-up. I don't know how things are going with the whole Lewis negotiation. He might act like he's happy, whatever. He hasn't signed a contract yet, though.
But I think it's more of a wait-and-see kind of game.
Of course it is.
But the entire grid knows that marriage is made.
No, it's not.
But
it's
Toto
not.
also wants him to be the Mercedes-Benz ambassador of these F1 days.
Yeah,
So it
but
makes
he can leave
sense
still.
that he
can leave still and come back and be the ambassador again. They need a shake-up,
I
bro.
don't see it.
If you're gonna continue as it is, it's not working at Merck. If we had had this conversation last year same time, Oganye 5 races into the season, but this concept is not working.
Yeah,
Things
it's
would have been better by now. So if you look at it now, I've started being so naive that Merck is gonna improve this week. Merck is not gonna do anything this entire season. Because the
I've still
upgrades
got them down as their favourites to take second place.
the upgrades they keep on bringing, they promise and promise, but this little promise does nothing.
It maintains a podium.
Yeah, 3 and 4, ne? 3
Yeah.
and 4, ne?
No,
But-
2 and 3. No one's winning outside of Red Bull.
No, I mean this last race we're 3 and 4.
Yeah, no, they were
5.
3 and 5.
We're 3 and 5 because
Yeah.
Russell, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a struggle, even to get those podiums, because we should have been 2.
Yeah, no doubt.
On another day, we should have been 2nd.
Yeah, but
We should have
McLaren
fetched-
was a rocket ship.
How can McLaren? How is McLaren able to build a rocket ship for the race, and we can't?
But some cars, they setups work on specific tracks, and given the fact that McLaren
But
is a
Silverstone
British team,
is
Isn't
our
better.
track.
yeah, no doubt.
Even McLaren is their track, it's a home track for everyone.
Mm.
So how can they have a setup which how can we test our cars on that track, and then we don't have a setup? McLaren was lightning, bruh.
Yeah, their concept, right, hasn't changed as drastically as you guys.
McLaren
So you can
was
say Merck is in
rocket.
its first year of this new concept.
Because I think what happened to Alex?
Albon.
No, Oscar Pistorius.
PSG, he
PSG.
got fucked over by the safety car.
Safety car, yeah.
So
But otherwise,
Lewis
he would have
got
been
gained. You
yeah.
would have been probably 4
Podium.
and 5. Yeah, 4 and 5.
Put him podium because Lewis would never be able to fetch him as well if he was in front of him
No.
on hard tires.
No.
How can that be?
Hey,
Doesn't make
it's
sense.
tough. It's tough.
It makes zero sense that Mercedes-Benz cannot fetch a McLaren on hard tires while we're on soft.
Yeah, but it shows how far the mighty have fallen too.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And it's just not them only, it's the entire field. But I think all British racing fans were super chuffed to have 2 British drivers
On the podium. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was, I think,
Is
exciting.
it Lando's first podium this year, no?
Yes, it
It's
is.
the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
viewers
You
have
see what
to-
happened with McLaren? The first 5 races, they fucked up the car.
Mm.
Then they said, okay, no, we're gonna start out development from race 5 onwards.
Yeah.
And by race 10, they're second on the podium. Why can't we as Merck fuck up the car, but then develop it by race 10? Because at race 10, we should be ahead, not struggling like we are.
Yeah, but it then goes again how inconsistent the rest of the pack was. Because I can say the same thing about Ferrari, where Charles Leclerc was second in Austria.
They
you
still
know?
need to fire the engineers.
And now he's nowhere. But for me, the judgment will probably be once we've reached the summer break.
Mhm.
I think there's 2 more races
Before the
this
summer
month.
break.
Yeah.
But then it will be too late then.
Yeah.
Second half of the season.
Yeah, but remember, my prediction said everyone is fighting to be second.
Yeah.
Right? So when we score them at summer break, we'll score them either A, B, or C, and we will make calls regarding the best of the rest, because I think it's a foregone conclusion. Well done, Max, on being world champion,
Yeah, it's done.
and well done, Red Bull, on being Constructors' Championship.
But in previous
champions again.
previous years, 2021, Max had this lead, if I remember. He was
Mm.
like alone. Then second half of the season came.
Yeah.
Merck did developments. They're able to catch up, bruh.
Yeah, but there was, like, I'll go back and say it's year 4 of understanding the regulations. No one's going to catch up this year.
No, it's not.
No one's
going
going
to
to catch up.
Yeah. No,
No one's
not
going
at
to catch up.
Not at
And
all.
it's unfortunate because